Hi everybody, Lori here from Unique in the Creek. Oh, mess. Say hi, Sippy. Hi, Sippy. Say hi. Did I wake you? Say hi to your fans. So, I'm popping on here. We're going to do some easy to make elf legs. I started doing these because living in Canada, you have to be really creative. Honey, can you pass me that thing of wire that fell on the floor there?
Hi guys.
Dave's here too. Yeah, so like I was saying, living in Canada, you have to get kind of creative because we don't have really, hi Mom, really great supplies in Canada. So when I was making wreaths, and I seen all the wreaths with elf legs and stuff like that, I couldn't get access to them. So I started making my own. Now, they're not fancy like you would buy from somebody, you know, like Derica from Derica's Designs or anything, but they worked out really, really cute, and I didn't have to sew because I can't sew with beans. My mom can sew, I can't sew. I don't have a sewing machine or whatever. And I figured, well, they're for a wreath anyways. So so I started making these simple elf legs and just started gluing them and stuff. Now, I haven't done any in about a year or two, probably more like 2. So I'm just going to, hi Joyce, hi Cindy. I'm just going to kind of wing it. Hi Vanessa. I just kind of wing it. I kind of remember how to do it. I still had my whole, I have a whole bag here of just stuff I used to use for my elf legs. So it's pretty much everything that you can get, you know, on hand anywhere. What I use, and the trick, it's kind of a little trick, or it's not a trick, but a secret, is I have these socks. I ordered these socks. Now, I ordered these from China a long time ago. I ordered like 50 pairs of them. These are just knee-high socks from their children's, little kids' knee-high socks. And they're just white and red stripes. Okay? There's not even like a foot for the heel or anything like that. So, and I found that you can buy just knee-high socks at like the dollar store and, you know, even if you go to thrift stores and stuff. Now, I liked the children's size knee-high socks because they're not too long. So when I did buy them, I think I have about 10 pairs left. Yeah, that's, I usually flip it down anyways. That's good.
That's good there.
Yeah. I bought them in black and white, which I love the black and white because then you can add any color for your shoe or your boot or whatever. And I love using black and white in Christmas because then you can throw some black and white ribbon in there and I think it really looks great. But you can use black and white. I got some red and white, like I said. What else did I get? Oh, I got these. Now, see, they have the ankle. But what you can do is when I show you guys how to do this, you can actually cut off this foot part because this is an adult size sock and it's going to be too long. Everybody says hi, baby.
Hi, Sandra. Hi, everyone.
So you can cut it off right at the where the heel goes, and then the top part would be perfect for your elf leg. So I believe I got this pair like at the dollar store. I think Five Below. Five Below has some really cool knee-high socks too. So you can use any kind of knee-high socks. Like I said, it's much easier if you used children's because you can see the difference here. But when you do put the 2 socks up together, the children's pretty much comes down where the heel goes anyways. So you can fool around with it. That's all I did. I got frustrated because I couldn't find any elf legs, so I just started fooling around with different stuff.
Hey, y'all. Coyote Flats, Texas.
Another one.
That's gotta be cool to live in a place called Coyote Flats.
Cool.
That, yeah. I'm being a good guy. I'm being a good boy today because I keep getting told off too much.
Who's telling you off?
You always tell me off.
Oh, because sometimes you get silly, and I'm trying to teach as well as people are trying to learn.
Cool afternoon. Somebody said that.
Cool afternoon. Why is it like Halloween yet or something?
Close.
Is it? Oh my gosh.
It's the 28th.
Is it really? Oh yeah, your birthday was yesterday.
No,
I never sit on the dog. She is always beside me. No, this is like her norm.
No one sits on the dog. The dog crawls under your butt. She will crawl
and right under my butt. So she's always there. Okay, so that is what I use for the actual leg part of the. So I sneak. I do, what's it called? I do cheating. I use a sock.
UK for evening in the UK.
It's evening in the UK.
Yeah, so it's an evening from the UK.
Okay, and then I also have this printout of an elf boot, and it's a PDF printout, so after this I will post it so you guys can print it out as well. I just printed it out on my printer on an 8x like a normal letter size sheet, and I use this as my like stencil, or what is it called when you're sewing, your template or pattern or whatever. Yeah. And today I'm going to, for the boot part, I have this green material. Now, it's not the best material because it does have a bit of a stretch, but I'm going to use it anyways because it's just an elf leg, right? So you can use whatever material you want. You can use felt, you can use olifun, you can use pretty much whatever you have on hand. So I had this green stuff just hanging around. So I'm going to use this green fuzzy, and it's pretty much the same on both sides. So I have this. You could also use some kind of red felt if you want. Like I said, olifun. What else do I have in my sack of things here? I have all kinds of pieces.
Hey, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle. So that's what I'm using for the foot, or for the boot. And I think I'm going to use the red and white stripe for the leg. Now, for the wire, you can actually buy bendable wire on like a roll, and I can't remember how big of a gauge it is. I can't think. It's like 16 gauge or something.
Oh, I don't know.
It's like a bendable. Hi, everybody. It's a bendable wreath, a bendable wire. Now, I'm pretty frugal, and these are wire stems that I've used from flowers. So I've used the top of the flower, and I keep the wire stem. These wire stems are amazing. They bend really well. They're nice and thick. They actually have a coating on them. And I always save them for elf legs. So in my elf leg bag, I have a whole bunch of these stem things. You guys will laugh. But they come in handy. Look at all my stem things. So I keep them all, and they're actually from flowers.
The frugal wreathing.
I'm frugal. But like I said, you guys can buy bendable wire. I don't know where they sell it. Probably Home Hardware or any hardware store. And you need a pretty thick gauge so you can actually bend it and stuff. Now, when I do put my elf legs in our Unique in the Creek system, I just have to zip tie it in right onto the board. So it's much easier because you can, leave about this much of the wire exposed and bring it right down the wreath, and the back of the wreath will actually give it I can't think today. My brain is not working. It'll actually give it stability. So the wreath frame behind it will give it stability, but you want to have the frame or the wire so you can bend your legs however you want. I like my legs looking all funky because I don't use a hat. I usually just use the legs at the top of my wreath, and then I have the center that says Elf Help Wanted, because that was one of my biggest sellers when I was selling wreaths, because you couldn't get them obviously because I made the elf legs, and it looks like it's really, really cute wreath because the elf looks like he's silly and he's stuck in the wreath, and that's why they need help wanted, whatever. Anyways, that was a huge seller, and it's really, really easy to make. So I'm going to make the legs for you guys today, and I'm going to show you guys how to make them.
You're frugal till you get to the Christmas store in Michigan.
No, I was even good at the Christmas tree store. I only spent $200 at the Christmas tree store.
True.
I did. I honestly did. And I bought stuff that was on sale.
Before you can continue, can I just say something?
Sure.
I just want.
Would you like me to turn the camera?
No, I'll come over.
Oh.
I just wanted to say, I know I posted it already, but I just wanted to say again, thank you so much for all the birthday wishes. It was nice and, well, it was kind of quiet, and it was kind of nice, but I was really...
and I went to the States and got him his favorite pizza.
My pizza, yeah, and picked up my flock.
And I picked up his flock.
I picked up my flock.
Hi, Anita!
But I wanted to say thank you for all for all the birthday wishes. Because
he bought me a Mevo on his birthday.
Yes.
Can you believe that? I can't believe that.
So that's all I wanted to say. I wanted to say thank you again.
Like, what a guy. He buys me a present on his birthday, even though our Mevo's not here yet, but he did. So, yeah, wire. As long as it's bendable and it's got some structure that you can, move it around. And like I said, when we put it into our wreath, the board will give it stability so the legs will not, fall over and flap over, okay? So today I'm just going to make the legs. And one day this week, I have to see what my schedule looks like. Because Lolly's got a whole bunch of Halloween stuff going on. We'll make it the wreath, and I'll show you guys the wreath I made that I sold a gazillion of, kind of like the Pennywise thing I did. Oh my gosh, that was like 2 years ago. So, wire. We got socks. We got material. And what else we need? I got some bells that I'm going to put. These are just bells. You can get them at the dollar store.
Michelle asked what you're getting me for your birthday.
Oh, I don't know. A cruise, maybe. So I just got these little bells. You can get them at the dollar store. I got about a pack of 9 or something. And you can just put some wire through them. I'm going to use these little bells on the end of his toes when I finish his boots. So I'm just showing all you guys all the stuff I'm using. I don't even know what this is. Some kind of fluffy fabric. I'm going to use this for a trim on his boot when we're done.
Jan, that's what she is using.
What?
The long stems from the big flowers.
Yeah, that's what I use. I save them all the time. See these big long stems? They're awesome. So don't throw them away once you use the flower, because you can use them for other
She
things.
must have missed the first part where we were talking about, because she said she can use them.
I got some of this. I really love this stuff. It's my favorite stuff. It's like the boa. It's craft boa. This is what it is at Michael's. But I love this stuff. So I'm going to trim the boot up with this too. What else do I have here? I don't know. Bunch of stuff. You guys will see. I got some elastics here. I got my glue gun on. You're definitely going to need a glue gun because this is going to be a no-sew because I can't sew with beans. So, and I got some pins. So just normal, I don't even know what these are, sewing pins or something. Just to... I have no idea the terminology. I'm a crafter, not a sewer. So I'm going to flip you guys down. I'm going to show you what I did. I'm still in my pajamas, so what else is new?
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
I'm a lover, not a fighter. I'm going to bring you guys down and show you what I'm doing here.
Yeah, you send me on a cruise just so you can go out to Texas and go visit your friend.
No,
yeah.
I wouldn't do that. Okay, turn you guys down. So Dave's going to be reading the comments still, so you guys can comment away. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see. I can't wait till my Mevo comes. We're going to be like high tech.
Watching from Ottawa. I miss Ottawa. I used to go there every week with my previous job.
Okay, so what I did, like I said, I printed out...
Straight pins. That's what they're.
Straight pins. So that's right. Thank you. I printed out this pattern just on my inkjet printer. And I will post the PDF in case anybody wants to make some elf legs. Now, I just cut out a piece of that green material I'm using. And I folded it in half. There's the fold right here. Now, I want the fold to be on this side of the boot, okay? Because when I do end up cutting this out, we're going to end up gluing all the way around here because, like I said, I don't sew. We're not going to glue up here, but it just saves me from gluing this end and keeps it all in one piece. So I'm going to just show you how I did this. So I just made sure my material was completely flat and together. So I just used clothespins. And I just cut a piece off. So this boot is about, it seems to be big, but when we go to turn it inside out, it does lose some of its dimension. So it's about 10 feet, or 10 inches by 7 inches, the boot. Okay, now I'm just going to trim some of this paper off. Because when I do cut it, I am going to cut right on the black line. I don't need all this paper when I pin the...
Hey, you're not using your electric scissors.
No, not for this.
Why?
I don't know, I have more control with these scissors.
You know that's originally what electric scissors are for.
Yeah, I know, but I try it and... Now, because both sides of my fabric are exactly the same, I can do the boots going the same way. If you are using a fabric that has two different sides, you're going to want one boot going one way, right? And you're going to have to turn this one over and have your boot going this way. Because you don't want their feet going the same way, like two left feet or anything. It'll make more sense after I cut this out.
Hi, Vicky. She said hi, Dave. So I'm just returning the hi.
Are you returning the hi?
I'm returning the hi. Which means a whole different thing in Canada nowadays.
When I was going over the States yesterday, there's this huge sign to remind people that marijuana is not allowed in the United States.
This whole
it's crazy.
This whole passing the marijuana law is causing more trouble than it's worth.
It
really is.
Okay, so I'm just pinning this. Actually, I could probably cut this one off. Get it out of the way. So I'm just pinning this like I would if I was a professional sewer. Look at that, honey.
You're doing good.
It's almost like I'm a professional sewer, right?
We should get you a sewing machine.
No, I don't want a sewing machine.
I'd like a sewing machine.
No, I don't want.
I want to sew.
You can sew all you want.
I'm gonna get a sewing machine.
Been there, done that, tried that. Don't like it.
Well, I can knit and crochet good, so I could try to sew good too.
You probably could sew good. Okay, so I'm just pinning this. Make sure your two pieces are doubled. Like I said, I have this edge that I'm going to be using for the back of my boot.
Could you mirror the image for the office?
Yeah, you could.
Probably could.
Yeah, you could. So just keep in mind when you are making your boot, if you do have two different sides, that you would want to do that. My material is the same on both sides, so it's easier that way.
You're getting a lot of compliments on your teaching here.
Am I?
Yeah, they're telling me how good you teach.
Oh, really? Cool. Well, thank you guys. Especially, I'm still not right. I don't know what's wrong with me.
You ain't right.
I ain't right, Michelle. Like, really. I cannot shake whatever's going on with me. I even went to the doctor. He said I had high blood pressure, which I never have, but he said that's probably more caused by stress, but I just want to sleep. The fatigue is just terrible. I just want to sleep all the time. And that, it's totally not like me. I'm like hyper all the time. So, hopefully, it's just
the weather hasn't been the greatest.
Yeah, my back, honestly, guys, my back has been really, really bothering me too. So it's really hard to keep on a happy face when you're in pain all the time. But this is what I like to do when I'm in pain, so.
Barbara was using rapid fuse. What's rapid fuse?
Oh yeah, you could use rapid fuse too. It's you put an iron. It's an iron-on thing. It's like a tape.
No, she was using it, but she's got glue all over her fingers now.
Oh, it's just a tape that you can put in between, and then you iron it, and the tape actually turns like a glue.
Hey, Michelle.
What?
We know you ain't right. It's Dave's fault.
I know. Actually, I'd probably be even worse if Dave wasn't here. So.
Have you checked your thyroid?
I haven't checked anything.
Change of seasons make you sleepy. That's me, Carol. Right from here, probably right through till March.
Yeah, he gets cranky.
I get really cranky and tired, and that's why we like to go on a cruise or something in February, because by that time I've about had it.
Yeah, especially living here in Canada, it gets pretty dreary. The weather here does not help my back at all. Like, right now it's rainy, and because I've had so many surgeries that there's arthritis. Mono, no.
Because you got all the symptoms.
I do?
Oh, that's what Deborah says.
Oh. I don't know.
You gotta go back to the doctor anyway.
Yeah, I gotta go back and get my blood pressure checked again. See what the heck's going on. Hopefully it's just a phase. Okay, so I have my two boots cut out. So I'm just gonna cut around. without stabbing myself.
Anita, we had a blast at the convention.
Oh yeah, it was so nice meeting you, Anita. It was so much fun.
She said we did a lot over there. And
What's that?
She was just saying that we did a lot over there and they appreciate it.
Okay, so now I'm going to cut my boot out. So I'm just cutting around. Now keep in mind, these are not going to be perfect elf legs like you would buy on Etsy.
Roxanne said she had the same kind of thing, and she went to the doctor and everything else. Finally, she just slept it all off.
Really? I just haven't had time to even sleep it.
Carol, we're about 3 hours from Detroit.
So,
No, not even.
No.
2.5. No, Detroit. I'm thinking Sarnia.
Yeah.
Detroit's about 3 hours.
I went to college in Windsor.
Yeah.
So. No, I'm sure this is not how these professional, like Derica and stuff, do it. But hey, it works for me. Like I said, being in Canada, we don't have access to anything. So you got to get kind of creative.
You guys should set up a cruise for teaching. You know what, though? Scott was saying something about that. I was seeing on his lives, and he says he's heard a lot of horror stories about crafting cruises.
Really? There isn't actually such a thing as a crafting cruise?
Well, that type of thing, yeah. He said that, I don't know exactly. He didn't go into details, but he was saying...
Wow.
Because somebody was telling him about doing the craft cruise, and he was saying he's heard a lot of...
Oh, I never even knew there was such a thing. Okay, so I'm not going, like, totally around this ball thing here, because once we turn this inside out, it just gets lost anyways. Okay.
Our minds are 21, but our bodies need WD-40.
Yeah, pretty much. So, as you can see, it kind of looks like a boot already. Yay, me! So I'm going to cut this one out.
But that being said, if everything went right, I'd love a craft cruise. That'd be cool. Oh,
Yeah.
Janet Bolton Rhodes went to St. Clair too.
Oh, really? What year? What year did I go?
Hi Heidi. What year, Jana?
I graduated St. Clair. How old's Kristen? Oh, I missed the
I
thing.
don't know. She's your child.
Kristen, I graduated in 1991, I believe.
Yeah, and for all those who think she graduated as a craft or something, no, she is a vet.
I graduated as a registered veterinary technician. Go figure, huh? And then I ended up working at McMaster University and ended my career as an administrative coordinator.
And now she does crafting
And
on
now
lives.
I do crafting on lives. Go figure, eh?
Jana was 1997.
That means I'm really old. Yeah, it's funny how life throws you curveballs, eh?
Eh?
Eh? But I still enjoy being with my animals.
Yeah, vet tech, that's hence the bird and the dogs and the rabbit.
Oh, yes. I have this mad passion for animals. I love them. Alright, now that I made a complete mess, at least I have my boots cut. Hey, Garcon, can you be my garbage man and take all my garbage away?
Sure. Anything for you, my dear. You know how I like to serve you.
There you go.
So you stop feeding me and bring me money.
I gave you pizza. Okay, so the top part, obviously, here, we're not going to glue. So I would suggest, if you're going to do it this way, to get your glue finger or something to hold your glue down. I have a glue finger. Here we go, glue finger. I also grabbed some skewers because I have a really bad tendency of burning myself constantly.
So instead you're going to jab yourself with
Yeah,
skewers.
so now I'll just jab myself. Okay, like I'm going to take the pins off here because it's already double edged, so I don't have to.
Dan, if you can hear and see but frozen, just go out and come back in.
Yeah. I'm just going to move this pin up here because I want to glue the edges, but I don't want them to come apart yet.
Trevor says don't talk about old. I am 63. Yeah, I'm almost there. I said I don't keep track of birthdays because I hate that, but
Yeah, he hates birthdays.
But
But
my body feels old, but in my mind I'm still a young stud.
You are a stud, lovey. You're a stud. Actually, I think we could take this paper off. Yeah, let's take this paper off.
Wow, Juanita attended her 45th class reunion.
Oh, yes, I seen that pictures. That's cool. I think we had a class reunion for high school, and I think I missed it.
Yeah. I've had 2, and I've missed them both.
I still talk to a lot of my friends, though, from high school.
Oh my god, I'm 67 and feel 90.
Let's not talk about age. Because I feel like so old. I don't know. I hate feeling like this. I don't know what the heck is wrong with me.
No way, Michelle. Really?
What?
Her kids reminded her she'll be a half century old tomorrow.
Aren't they nice? Oh, her happy birthday's tomorrow.
Her happy birthday's tomorrow.
Yay, happy birthday.
You having pizza, Michelle?
No, she's probably getting like steak or something. You want pizza. Although I didn't mind the pizza because even though I don't eat much pizza, or actually I really don't like pizza, I like the chicken wings. The chicken wings where we get the pizza is really good.
Janice says, hey Lori, next time you whip over to the States and are leaving Dave at home, call us Canadian sisters from Retired and Wreathing and we'll join you.
Oh, okay. Where's Retired and Wreathing?
I don't know.
Oh, cool. Alright, so I got my glue gun raring to go here. So what I'm going to do, without trying to burn myself, because I am going to actually turn this inside out afterwards. So I'm just going to go along now. You guys can sew. If you can sew, then sew yours. But I can't sew.
A sewing machine.
I can't sew with beans.
So.
So.
Lori would get so mad at me because for a while there I was getting things at auctions, and one of the main things I had like a whole garage full of sewing machines.
Yeah, you would get all these sewing machines, like old sewing machines. Like, what are you going to do with all these sewing machines? Doesn't even sew.
I would sell them though.
Whatever.
I'm going to call us Michigan Crafters the kittens from the mitten.
What?
Carolyn Suave says, I'm going to call us Michigan Crafters the kittens from the mitten.
Okay, so I'm just doing a little small bead of glue. And of course you don't press it down with your finger. You get a skewer or something. I have these handy dandy little finger things. I think I bought these at Dollar Tree. And I used the Gorilla Glue, so once this glue is on here and they pressed it. Oh, actually, these ones are Surebond. Never mind. I'm not using Gorilla Glue right now. I'm using these big old long ones from, I got these from AC Moore. They're Surebond, but they work really well as well because it's fabric on fabric glues really well.
Steyr.
Okay, so I'm just finishing up here because this side of it is already folded. Okay, and go around the top. I think you're probably the only guy, honey, that's not watching football or baseball today. World Series is on and football is on.
Are they?
Yeah.
You know what? As much as, you know, I like to watch some sports live and stuff, but I think the only thing I ever really pay any attention to live would be at Christmas time, the World Juniors on hockey. That's pretty much the only thing I ever watch.
Yeah, I know. I'm lucky, eh, ladies? He doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, he doesn't watch sports, he doesn't gamble.
It's not like you don't try to get me drinking, but I know what I'm like if I drink.
Can you believe it? I've never, ever, ever seen him drunk. Ever. Ever.
That's because I make a silly self.
You get sillier than you are now?
Yes, I'm a silly drunk.
Alright, there's one boot.
Drunk.
Okay, I'm going to do just one boot right now. And then... Okay.
Yeah, my son's 32. My oldest one.
Okay,
They'll
take
talk
out
about their sons in their 30s.
Oh, I'm going to take out the pins here.
He doesn't fool around. No, because I'm crocheting and knitting and crafting.
He's always with me. So you want to make sure this very end one is glued really well, or sewed. If you guys want to sew this, yes, it's probably better, but once it's on the wreath, unless the person you're selling to is going to yank it off the wreath, they'll never know. I made so many of these wreaths when I was selling them. It's not even funny. But I wasn't paying, I think it was $12 for a set of legs over in the States. And then the shipping and everything, and I thought, no, screw it, I'll just make it myself. So I'm just going to turn this inside out.
Oh, that's so sad, MJ.
What?
She had 2 children. One was killed in Iraq.
Oh. You want to check for any little tiny holes? I got a little one here.
They make a no-sew glue in a tube.
Yeah, they do. But hot glue works good too.
She says it's so much faster than hot glue.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't running around the city trying to find anything.
Oh,
so.
NASCAR racing's on too, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Oh.
You see, we got rid of our cable a while ago, so we don't even have cable.
I hardly watch TV. I watch my Android box and whatever.
That's it.
Whatever.
But the actual cable was just getting too expensive and too annoying.
Look how cute my booty is. See? And no, nothing fancy. No fancy glues. No nothing. Just hot glue and a piece of there. All right. So my booty is made.
So the pattern. It's not really a pattern.
Not a pattern. I'll post it.
It's a, what do you call it? PDF file. She's gonna post it after.
It's just something I made on one of my designing things. Okay, so we're gonna put that aside because we are gonna end up decorating it afterwards. I'm gonna put some of this on there. Maybe some little fuzzy. Isn't that cute?
Oh my God, MJ.
What?
She used to be a foster mom, and one of her foster boys also died in Iraq.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so I think that's going to look cute, so I'll put that aside. Now I'm going to take my sock that I got, and I'm going to take one of these wire things. So this is just, if you're just joining us, this is just a children's knee-high sock. Now, I did buy these years ago because I did make a whole bunch of these when I sold wreaths. I bought these from China, I don't know, on eBay. They were only like $1 for a pair of socks. Okay, things all over.
Yes, 5, we need to have a convention in Frankenmuth.
Yes.
Right smack dab in the middle of Bronner's.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start stuffing this sock. Now I have an old pillow that I've been using for stuffing for all the various projects I have. Instead of throwing the pillow out.
Well, it's better than when you destroyed the
Yeah, sometimes I destroy the kids'
animals.
stuffed animals if they're not using them. But you can get normal batting at the store or whatever. But I like to reuse, recycle.
That's my pillow.
No, this is an old pillow. I don't even know where. It's gross looking. Alright, so I pulled some batting out. So I'm going to stick some of this into the sock.
Yes, they do. It's beautiful. They have a water park at the hotel in Frankenmuth. I was looking at it today.
Yeah, we were looking at the family suite. Oh my gosh.
And it
so
looks like
pretty.
it's booked every weekend from now till Christmas.
Oh, did you check the family
Well, I
suite?
didn't check all of them, but I checked a few weekends and they were booked. But
we definitely want to go there with my nephews and stuff. Okay, so
Jana loves your truck wreath with the lights.
I know, me too. Didn't it turn out great? Okay, so I put some stuffing into the sock already. Now I'm just kind of jamming the wire, or this thing I'm using, till it's at the toe. Okay. So it kind of made myself a tunnel just in the part. I just put a little bit of stuffing just right here, and I just kind of tunneled it. And I'm twisting it to make that tunnel because I'm going to slowly pull it out, but I'm going to put some hot glue on the end here and along the sides just to hold it inside the sock. Oh, this is where I need one of those glue skillets like Damon. Hold on.
Well, Houston, we have a problem.
No, it's just gonna. There, that's a little easier. I can still see my little tunnel I made. There we go. So I can feel my wire thing right at the tip of the sock there. And I'm just gonna squeeze it so it kind of stays down there.
You notice I don't have my studio audience today. Lori told me off too much about it.
Well, it's annoying when I'm trying to teach and people are trying to learn.
But I love the studio audience.
Really, babe?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is in there. It's glued in there. I'm pretty happy that you could probably, if you even want it even more secure, bring it down a bit so you can see it in your foam, and you can even shove some more glue in there. And keep in mind, I haven't made these in a couple years, so I'm kind of winging it here again. It's like riding a bike. Really, it's elf legs. It's not a big thing. Unless you're actually selling elf legs for a living. Yes, then you do it professionally. Okay, now I'm just gonna take pieces of this stuffing and shove it in around the sock and the wire. So this is called cheating. Now, if you were a sewer, you would get, material, and you could, sew each side up, and yeah, I can't do that. I do the cheater socks. And that way, if you're making your own elf legs, then you don't have to worry about if, Craft Outlet runs out of stock or whatever. That's what I found. I was making wreaths, they had some really cute elf legs from Craft Outlet and stuff. And I got a whole bunch of orders for them, and then I went to go order them, and they're all out of stock, and it's like, oh boy, now what do I do? So that's when I decided, okay, I'm just going to make some, and then I sent those pictures to the people that did order them, and they were quite happy with them as well, and it's like, okay, that's what I'm going to do. If you make your own, then you never run out of stock. Except for the socks. You got to find the socks. But like I said, I found them pretty easy. I don't think we need this bow. It doesn't matter if it's there or not.
I could have made that bow.
You could have made, honey, it's a very easy bow. So don't be going through your kids' toys and pulling and killing their stuffed animals. I only did that because Lolly had a whole bag full that she was going to donate. And it was like a no-name stuffed animal, so I thought, well, it's going to its death, but it's going to a good purpose.
Oh, see, since I go leave for a second, everybody starts talking.
Ooh, he's pretty funky. Okay, so it's pretty stuffed as much as I want it to be. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an elastic.
Oh, Jenna with retired and Wreathing is in Chatham.
Oh, in Chatham?
Yeah.
Really? Aren't we going that way? Where are we going? Where are we going to see Brad?
Brad lives in Windsor.
Oh, Windsor. That's close to Chatham.
Brad's my son. The long wire in the sock, that's that wire.
Yeah, this wire that I have in my sock is just one of the wires from a flower. So I've used the head of the flower, but I save all the wires for them because they're amazing wires. They're nice and thick, and
yeah, you got 230 people in here.
because all the men are watching football and the ladies have nothing else to do.
Dave, really just to get together. Oh, that's for the crafting thing in Michigan. I guess that's what we're talking about. It's why.
Okay, so I'm going to just put an elastic above here because I will end up gluing it. Now, when we put the elf legs in the wreath.
Oh, her name's Marla, not Jana. For some reason, she can't post Marla.
What?
I don't know. Jana, I keep saying Jana, because that's her name that's up there, but she says her name's Marla, and she can't post it.
Oh.
She can't post Marla. Don't know why.
Okay, so I'm just putting an elastic around here for now because this is the top and this is what's going to go into the wreath. So you're not really going to see the top, but I am going to glue in here.
Okay, let me see here. Just tune in. Where did you get the wire? And this kind of goes with another question. What else could you use if you don't have a flower stem?
You can go to
And somebody said dowels. Okay, those are three.
yeah, you can use dowels. The only thing with dowels, because I like to bend my leg, so eventually he will have like a leg going sideways and stuff. With dowels, you can't bend them, but you can go to, I think it's Home Depot and any home hardware thing, and they have big spools of thick wire. What's it called, babe? You know that stuff. Electrical wire or something? No.
Oh, yeah, electrical wire.
Like, it's a big thick wire.
Cable.
Cable or something. And you can use that as well.
Okay, so we're going to have Connie has a birthday tomorrow, and Michelle has a birthday tomorrow, and do we have to make up our own birthday song like Scott has?
No, we'll just make Scott sing it all to everybody.
So anyway, the first question, yeah, it's an old flower stem that Lori cut off, and she's just using them for legs. And then she just answered the second one about what else you could use. So.
Yeah. Anything. I like bendable, but like I said, you can use a dowel if you want. Now, I just put an elastic around the top, and then I'm glued, just so the stuffing doesn't come out the top of it.
I'm going to get to work on a birthday song.
Oh, God. Okay, you do that, honey. So this part of the stem, I like to have it long because when I do put it into our wreath, it's going to pretty much go down right into the center of the wreath. So the board will be stabilizing the legs so they don't flop. You know, they won't flop over, they won't flop back or anything like that.
Wire coat hanger, that's another one.
Yeah, wire coat hanger would work as well, too. Yeah. Okay.
Happy birthday.
So now I'm just going to kind of roll it like a rolling pin just to get all the stuffing that I have in there pretty even. Okay. So now we have our leg. So this our boot. The boot is end up going to go like this. Look, you guys look, how cute is it already? Come on. Props to me.
Props to you.
Props to me. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to stuff the toe. So take some stuffing. And I'm just going to push it in.
Oh, skewers that you slide food onto.
Yeah, that's these ones, but they're going to be too thin.
Lots of hearts. We've got lots of hearts.
I got a little opening here. So I'll just put a little bit of glue. Now, you just keep in mind, like, the more supplies you put into this and the more labor, the more you're going to have to charge for your wreath. So, I used to make, when I made these wreaths all the time, I used to make, just sit and make a whole bunch of legs in one day, like elf legs. So, I could probably make about, 20 sets in one day. And then I would make the wreaths for them, because it does get messy, especially the material I'm using, it's fuzzy. So there's fuzz all over the place, and you don't want that all in your wreath. So I just make a bunch of elf legs.
Which, don't worry, Lori will be using them in a wreath on her next live.
I am. I'm going to do the Elf Help Wanted. Guys, you wouldn't believe how many of those Elf Help Wanted wreaths I sold. It was crazy.
What is the green material again?
It's just some kind of fuzzy material. I don't even know what it is. It's material. I had it around, just lying around. You can use any material. You can use olifun. You can use felt.
The olifun would be shiny like that, wouldn't it?
No.
Yeah.
You can use whatever.
Not that that's a bad thing. I mean,
you can just use normal felt.
If you felt like it.
If you felt like it. You're so funny. You're so funny. Even a towel. You can use anything. You don't tell people that it was a towel, but.
Is that the same material you used for the Christmas Grinch?
No, this is actually material. The Christmas Grinch was an old blanket that I had, and I didn't really like the color because it is a funky green color. So, it worked perfect for the Grinch.
That looks like fleece. People are saying.
It could be a fleece, maybe a polar fleece. It's really soft, so it's fun. But like I said, you can use anything. And I only use a little piece. All right, so I stuffed up to here. And you want to make sure it's stuffed pretty good. So I got a dowel here, and I'm just kind of pushing to make sure it gets up in the toe. We don't want floppy toes.
See, if I had my app now, I could do the crickets.
Oh, David Arthur.
Hey!
What?
Don't use the second name.
David Arthur. Okay, so I got his foot in there now. And now I'm going to stuff around the sides here where it's floppy. And you don't have to go with the stuffing all the way up because we are going to cinch it right here. Just like that. But we want the foot to be a little full. So pull more out of your pillow or your batting bag.
This may look difficult, but it's a cinch.
You are just on a roll today.
Yeah.
It's because I left you alone all day yesterday and you had all day to think about stupidness, right? Stupid things to say on the lives.
I could write a book. Stupid things to say on lives. No, actually, I was watching videos on the Mevo, so when we get it, we can just set it up and go. Okay, see, I knew this was going to happen.
What?
LOL, behave, Arthur.
David Arthur Franklin, millionaire. He owns a mansion and a yacht. No? What cartoon? Oh, that was Elmer J. Fudd. That's right.
Millionaire. Oh, where I own a mansion and a yacht. Davisms. That's right, Marlene. Davisms.
Davisms. Okay. So make sure your foot is down right at the top there, because when we want to bend his leg or her leg, we're all stuffed. I think we're good. Oh, I think that looks pretty good. What do you think, Colin? Franklin. David Franklin Arthur. David Arthur Franklin.
What do I think about what?
How does my leg look so far? Is it sexy?
Pretty sexy.
Okay. I'm going to try and get an elastic again over this. So I'll bring it down from the top. And it doesn't matter afterwards if the elastic breaks or whatever, because I just use the elastic just to hold things in place while I'm gluing. Also, I'll glue my hands and glue everything around it that it doesn't need to be glued. Okay. All right. Still making sure I can feel my wire is right there. And just fold this down. It's almost like you knew I knew what I was doing, eh? Need a sip of pop.
Almost.
I need a movie on. How'd it work, Lolly?
My feet are numb.
Did you get it all spray painted?
No.
Lolly is outside spray painting in the freezing cold. What are you making? Some kind of dungeon or something?
Yeah, and it's very cold.
Did it work, the spray paint?
Well, I mixed the spray paint with the paintbrush and made that exact color.
Oh, did you? I told you you'd be able to.
Um,
Well, put some socks on then.
I'm just going to take a break now because the fumes.
Oh, the fumes?
Yeah, they're getting too
Is it
much.
raining? It's not raining out, is it?
No, but it's really cold.
Oh, hubby just left on his Harley for a ride. Trust me, Sandra, if I had a Harley, I'd be leaving for a ride too.
Not in this weather, you wouldn't.
No, not in this one.
It's cold.
Did Lolly say it's cold?
I'm going to get a Harley just so I can say I got a Harley. Just like my tractor, and I parked beside my tractor.
Do you know he wants a tractor? And I say, why do you want a tractor, Dave? Because when somebody says, "Oh, I wish somebody had a tractor," he can say, "Well, I have a tractor."
That's right.
How? There's something wrong with this man.
No, there's nothing wrong with me.
Yeah.
And then that's why I want a barn, is so I could have somewhere to park my tractor.
Oh my goodness. All right, so I think we're attached. I'm just gonna double glue this.
Okay, now everybody's posting their temperature. 84, 70.
Okay, it's freezing here, people. No need to tell us how warm it is where you
3
are.
degrees outside.
Okay, it's snowing in the Laurentians.
Who's in the Laurentians?
Vanessa.
Cool.
Yeah, snowing cool.
Snowing cool. Is it snowing out yet, La, or is it just burr cold?
It was snowing last night.
Was it? Okay, now it's the fun part. We can decorate our leg.
Oh, Connie's husband just got a Harley 2 months ago. I think I'm going to get a Harley. I need a Harley.
You have enough shirts that you can wear. Buy a Harley.
I know. You know what? I got on the plane after getting... That's when we were in New York, and I just got my Harley shirt. I got on the plane with my Harley shirt, and this guy sitting beside me, and he goes, "So, what do you ride?"
A 10-speed.
This guy had 2 Harleys, and I'm sitting there with my Harley shirt. I said, and I have to
Dave's a Harley wannabe.
Yes. Oh, Michelle, it's 85 or something.
Oh, Michelle's not allowed to talk. That's just not right. Burr cold. Okay, so I just have this fuzzy material. It was just from, what did I tear apart? There was a tree skirt I teared apart that I didn't use. What did I use the tree skirt for? I think a gnome or something. So this is the end part of the tree skirt. See, I don't throw nothing away. I can always use something. So I'm going to use this really cute fuzzy little fabric here.
Do you still have zip ties on the site, on the website?
I'm not sure if I know we had a whole bunch. I have no idea if they're sold.
I'm getting the Pier Paw. I'm looking at something. I'm talking.
Our dogs are so needy. Just like our kids. Our kids are needy too. Well, my kids are. Okay. So I deconstructed this piece of, I don't know what it was. But I like this fur.
Janet, my brother and his wife decided they were going to do something when they retired until they decided on bikes. So my sister-in-law Debbie went and bought some Schwinn bikes. Tom went to the Harley and bought 2 Harleys. I think they had different ideas.
That's a good one. Yeah, I guess they should have talked about that a little better. Okay, so I'm just going to glue this just over top here. But I don't want the green showing. This is just the cuff of the elf.
You tore apart a gnome? You didn't tear apart a gnome.
No. I tore apart an old tree skirt that I had that I never ever used. And I made the red part, I used it for, I think, a gnome. This white stuff is from the end of the tree skirt that I didn't use. So I'm going to use it on my elf. So what I'm going to do is, again, put some glue here. And I'm going to do it so it's more, the seam is more at the side, but I want to move it up so I don't see any of the green. I am going to put some of this fur at the top.
Hi, Banja.
Hi, Banja.
In Wisconsin, yeah, I know. I'd really love to go there to the Harley.
What's that? What's there?
In Wisconsin is where the Harley headquarters is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
81 in North Texas. Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Wow.
Why don't you just brag? Although I like the cold sometimes.
Where are the shoes from? She made them.
I made them.
This video will be up and you can go back and watch it after.
I still have another one to make. Okay.
No, it's not Gorilla Glue, Barbara. She ended up with...
Oh, you can use Gorilla. I have Gorilla Glue somewhere. You know, I haven't even unpacked from the convention. We started unpacking this morning, like all the craft stuff. And then I'm like, it's Sunday. I'm not doing any work. Crafting's not work to me.
Oh, another person from Ottawa.
I know, we got a lot of Canadian orders this past week.
Yeah.
Which is
I
awesome.
Lori hated it. I went to Ottawa every week and Lori hated it.
I didn't hate Ottawa.
You hated me out on the road.
Oh, no, well, I hated you out on the road. Okay. I'm going to burn myself here, so I need something.
Darlene got married on Harley's 75th anniversary.
See, I did.
What'd you do?
Burn myself. There.
You always burn yourself.
I know. At least I didn't swear, because I know I'm on camera. So I'm just putting the seam of this little white thing I did on the back here. Is it starting to look like an elf leg? It almost looks like Grinch's foot, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So make sure your seams and your glue is good. Yeah, I wouldn't use like a dollar store glue or anything. Even though fabric is, believe it or not, to hot glue fabric, it's really, really, it does really well. But I still wouldn't trust a no-name brand glue or anything. Okay. We're good.
You're so crafty.
You know what? It's just because I live in Canada, and you have to think outside the box because we don't have the supplies. We don't have the supplies like everybody else does. So you have to kind of do your own thing and come up with your own ideas. Because, you know, when I was making these and selling these, because I'm in Canada, nobody seen them. So as soon as I posted it, everybody wanted one. Because it's different.
It's probably why the people in Britain and Scotland and Australia and all watch you, because they have the same problem.
Well, yeah. And sometimes you just gotta, I hate saying that term all the time, but it's true. You just gotta think outside the box. And
yeah, I hate that saying.
I know, it's so cliche, but it's true. It's one of those sayings that's true. And you just kind of...
No, they're not Gorilla Glue, Barbara.
They're Surebond. I got them at, they're really, really long. I got them, I think, at AC Moore.
You are putting a bell on the end of the toe.
I'm putting a bell on the end of the toe.
It's way ahead of you there, Treese.
I'm just finishing up decorating. Now, you can put decoration. You can do whatever you want. I just kept it simple because I do a really fun wreath with all kinds of ribbons and stuff. So I like to keep the elf legs kind of simple so they don't get lost in the wreath. And this is just one of those, what are they called? It's a feather boa.
Oh, sorry, Barbara.
What? What's the matter?
Oh, no, she was talking to the folks there.
Oh.
Just, do you know what they teach in the school in the North Pole?
What?
The alphabet.
Oh. Oh, God.
Okay. See, I could have boom.
Okay, I think I like that. So now I'm going to put...
It's Surebond.
Surebond, yeah, that's it. Surebond. Where did my bell go? Here we are. Okay, so when I stick...
I got laughing faces.
Did you, honey?
For my joke.
Are you happy?
Yeah.
So when I stick them in my wreath, I stick them usually from the top. So I pretty much push this whole part down into the wreath. And I like to bend my leg so it looks like he's stuck in there. So the other side will be bent the other way. That's fun. I think I have to glue this just a little bit more here.
Getting the pier paw. Anybody have a Great Pyrenees? Know what the pier paw is?
Somebody has a Pyrenees. Who has a Pyrenees on our page?
I don't know.
Somebody else has a Great Pyrenees.
Yeah, you know what the pier paw is? I get that all the time. Especially when I got coffee in my hand or something. She'll come slap that big paw on my arm.
I know. So I think I'm going to put a little poof at the end here.
Poof.
A poof.
Carol says we're so funny. We make her laugh.
Well, that's good.
It's actually me that makes them laugh. But
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm just the smart one. You're the funny one.
That's right. Well, I'm smart and funny.
Oh, okay.
I'm a catch.
You are. So I'm going to make a little poof on the end of his toe here. And I'm going to roll this up. This is going to be tricky. Let's see how I can do this.
That's it. That's why I like watching you guys, a couple of comedians. The inside of the leg.
I would hope you guys are learning something too.
Yes, we are putting a bell on the toe.
Yes, I'm making a poof right now.
Toby has a Great Pyrenees. Do you get the pier paw, Toby?
I get it to the head all the time.
Huh?
She always does it to my head.
Look, she's still doing it to me. She's gonna end up.
She wonks you, and her paw is so heavy. So I'm just, with my boa, I'm just kind of making a little poof. So I just kind of rounded it around with some glue. Because I'm going to just put it at the end here. Look how cute. It's so cute!
I was in the middle of answering a question. I forget what
Sorry,
it was.
babe.
Oh, it wasn't you.
I was in the middle of...
Oh, inside the legs to bend. That's the old flower stem.
Yeah, I use the old flower stem, so when I don't do a lot of florals anymore. Actually, I hate florals, to tell you the truth. But I used to do them all the time, and I saved, the expensive florals have the really good stems, and so you got the coating and everything on it. So I would save these. When I was saving them, I had no idea what I'm saving them for, but I'm so glad I did.
Yeah, Lori can't sew. That's why.
Can't sew.
She glues.
I'm doing easy peasy glue.
She says, "I love these. I sew all of mine."
Yeah, if you can sew, God bless you. But these are for crafters like me who can't sew, and it works out well. Like, I've never had any come apart. You have to use good glue. You don't want to use cheap glue.
What are you doing with that little poof?
You wait and see. Oh, did my thing... Oh, my glue gun came off. Went off. No wonder it's a big lump.
When you flock, are you going to use florals?
I don't know what he's flocking.
I don't know.
Ah!
He's only 4 months old and already weighs 30 pounds.
He has no idea what he's flocking.
I don't know what I'm flocking.
He just wanted to buy flock. He has to keep up with the Joneses.
Oh, Toby's is only 4 months old.
Aww. How old's Skylar now? She's going to be, 7 in
something like that. Yeah.
December?
We've had her since a pup.
So, how old was she? 6 weeks when we got
Yeah.
No, 6 weeks when we got her? Look how cute that is. So, see, that's what I did with my puff.
Now she got me thinking, I gotta see what I gotta flock.
Well, I was going to make a Christmas, or I was going to make a horse with all evergreens and an evergreen mane. And you can flock the mane.
I don't want to flock your work.
Really? But I need some flocking on the mane.
I'm not flocking. I'm not flocking your work. You can
flock my mane, honey. Tell them, wouldn't that look nice? All evergreen. I might even use fresh evergreen.
Carol ordered flock from Amazon. Never got it. Why not? What happened, Carol?
Because if she's from Canada, then it costs. You need a mortgage to buy it. Yeah, we got it from Amazon.com. It wasn't expensive at all.
Well, because we got .com from the U.S.
Yeah, but we get it shipped to my brother's.
Oh, she got a lasso apso, 15 years old. Wow. Look at it's in her profile pic.
What?
Her lasso apso.
Okay. You guys wanted a bow.
Vanja, I have been so busy trying to get everything caught up. I've only made 2 bows.
Yeah, we've been too busy. Like, we have not stopped. What do you guys think of this leg? Isn't he cute? He's a little wonky, but once you put him on a wreath, it's fine.
You got the...
What? This is the one leg, and now I have to do the other side.
I know, I was looking at the bell, is it?
Because this is the front. The back side of the leg, you're not going to see.
No, I was looking at the poof. Why the bell's with the poof?
Because it's on the end of his toe. Oh. Do I have to teach you everything? Okay, so now that's this leg. So we want the other leg. Where's my other?
Do the boots usually come with a puff and a bell?
You can put whatever you want on. When you make your elf legs, you put whatever you want on it.
I'm going to put flock on it.
You flock those legs. I don't care.
I'm going to flock the toe.
Really? Okay, so now this one, we got to make sure when we do it, we put the toe going the opposite way because this is the front of my leg.
It's from experience.
So I'm going to, now if I glue this, oh shoot, did I do it wrong? I might have did it wrong. Okay.
Who'd you piss off? We lost about 40 viewers.
Because I have no idea what I'm doing. And they probably are new and like, oh my god, what the heck is this chick doing? She has no clue what she's doing.
That was one of our first lives, and somebody at the end of it said, I don't know what I just watched.
Yeah, for new people, they probably think kind of like, oh, this is different. I've never seen, Damon doesn't do this. Okay, I
Wait till we bring Elvis out later.
Oh goodness. Okay.
How did you attach the bell? I didn't.
I just tied. I put a wire through the bell, And then I just tied the wire on the back of the thing, and then I just cut it and I just tied it on. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Except I had to turn my boot in the other way because it wouldn't have faced the right way.
Scott must have gone live for Damon.
Yeah, probably.
I'll have to check it out.
I get kiboshed.
There's nothing you can do about it.
I don't know why. I teach everybody. Oh, Scott's quite funny. I love watching Scott. So I'm basically going to do the exact same thing as I did the other leg.
Scott's not live.
Except I had to take this apart because
Famous deco thing.
doesn't matter.
I'm checking it out.
Okay.
I want to check it out.
Check it out then, honey. Be a stalker. Why did I wear a sweatshirt? I am hot.
Nope, they're not. They're not live.
We just scared everybody.
You just scared everybody.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm good with that. I'm okay with that, honey.
Where did you get the pattern? She made
I made it. I will post the PDF for this when I'm done. And I just printed it out on just like my normal printer.
Connie's laughing. Damon doesn't do this when you said that.
Well, I like to be different. I don't like to follow the trends.
You're different, alright.
I know.
That's why I love you.
I know.
Because you're different.
You got to be different. Okay, I fix again. All right, now I'm just going to go around and glue.
You have all the cool people watching.
That's exactly right. Who else do I need? I don't need any more.
This is the cool table in the cafeteria.
All right, let's start down here. Take this out. Once we turn this around, it doesn't look so jacked up anyways. Now keep in mind, we're just doing...
I think you had it right the first time. I don't know what that refers to yet.
Well, when I have to turn it inside out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I...
Okay, so she says she thinks you had it right the first time.
No, I think it's this way because I will turn it inside out, I think. It should... We'll see. I probably did it wrong, but who knows? You've seen it live here first. I screw up everything.
Facebook keeps blocking me off. Why?
What?
Thank you, Toby. Just liked our page. Yeah, we're the cool kids.
Yeah, we're the cool kids.
Venus says Facebook keeps blocking her off.
Oh, I never heard of that.
I don't know about that.
That is weird.
Anita says that is why. What I like about you, we learn different ideas from you.
Yeah.
Ah, Anita, I thought you tuned in for me.
I have all kinds of different ideas. Just because...
Oh, knocked off another 15.
Did it really?
I don't know.
Especially when you're teaching...
No, you know why it is.
Why?
Because you finished the first boot.
Yeah, that's fine. Because the second boot's the same, except you have to turn it around.
They've got the idea now, so the rest are just watching for entertainment purposes.
Well, then you can entertain. Entertain away, honey. No, not like that.
Walk-a-do, dance the night away.
Now you're being annoying.
I know. I like that song.
How did I really jack this one up? Thank God it goes inside out.
Oh, Skyr.
And I'm making elf boots, and all I want to do is be in bed. What is that? What is wrong with me?
Make boots in bed.
Make boots in... I can't make this in bed.
No phone sounds. No, Barbara, because I got told off too much
He
about it.
annoys me with them. I'm trying to concentrate, and he's making stupid sounds.
But I think Barbara's saying that. I think she's... you know what? Even though it's text written in a comment, I detect the disappointment in her voice.
Do you?
I do. She wants to hear the applause from the studio audience.
There's no studio audience today. It's Sunday. Ah! Well, thank God everybody tuned into the first boot, because this boot is really jacked up.
You're gonna see a lot of one-legged elves out there.
No, there's always a fix. There's no mistakes in crafting.
Barbara, you could have given me that one, okay? She said not.
Okay, I think we're good.
I came in late so I can watch
The second
how
boot.
it was done. You were so creative. Lord. That's Vanja.
Well, you might want to watch the repeat so you can see the first one turned out a little bit better.
Depression causes sleepy.
Well, that's what my doctor said when he was checking my blood pressure and everything. He's like, have you been stressed and all this stuff? And I'm like, just a teeny tiny bit. I just don't like this. This fatigue is just not me. Like, and that makes me more upset.
I know how to get rid of your fatigue.
How?
It's called a cruise.
Yeah, that's true.
Cruise
If I had a
gets rid of-
vacation.
Cruise gets rid of all the problems.
So at the top here, you want to make sure that you got a good amount of glue so it doesn't come apart.
Jamming up to the Beatles.
Well, there's like all kinds of sports on today too.
Yeah, we don't have TV anyway.
Okay, let's turn this inside out and see how I did it wrong.
What you doing?
Who?
You.
I'm turning my thing inside out. What you doing?
I'm sitting in your chair.
You watching me turn my thing inside out?
Yeah. Thinking about how I'd like
Yay! I did it right.
Thinking about how I'd like to flock that boot.
You want to flock my boot? What?
Boot!
I said boot. What'd you think I said?
I don't know.
I know.
But
Don't-
probably just lost it up underneath more.
I want to do the horse. And I want you to flock my mane.
I'm not flocking your mane.
Yeah, you need to flock the mane of my horse.
I'm not flocking your work. You can flock your own work.
Yeah, but then I have to wear a mask and everything because you know how my lungs are not good.
Oh, so you'd just rather me
Yeah, you get it in your lungs.
breathing.
Okay, I did it right. Hooray! So I'm going to keep this one in front of me so I make sure I do it right. So again, we have our sock. I'm going to put the stuffing in the toe of the sock. So
Stock?
if you're just tuning in, I ripped apart an old pillow because I'm too cheap to go buy batting. But hey, it's reusable.
Jayla, she has no idea what kind of fabric she's using. It was laying
It's
around
just
the house.
a polar, like a fleece. You can use anything. You can use flannel. I even use old blankets, old tree skirt, anything. I like to refabricate things.
My husband collects albums and he has around 5,000, so we listen to music a lot. You mean you listen to them on like
A record player?
A record player, Barbara?
Okay, so I just stuffed the toe again a little bit. And I'm going to stick this in and make a little tunnel going through this so I can make sure that my wire gets right to the bottom of the toe of the sock.
I just broke one of your clothespin.
Okay, so I'm going to put some glue on the end here. I'm going
Wow.
to glue it up pretty good. Now if I had a skillet, it would be much better.
Barbara, I bow to you. You're old school.
Why?
Should they use a record player?
There we go.
They listen to the albums on the record player.
They sell record players still. You can buy them.
Maybe if I didn't have a TV or a tablet, I would get more done.
Probably.
Turntable is what it is called. Yes, I know it's a turntable.
Why? What's wrong with calling it a record player?
I don't know. Because, I don't know.
Oh, that's what we called it.
That's what I called it when I was a kid. But
Okay, now I got my wire in there,
I think
and it's glued, and I'm going to put a little bit more glue.
I think turntable was the term used for like the stereos, like the expensive ones. I mean, when I was growing up, like.
And then I'm
70s.
going to bring this up, and then I'm going to stuff it again. Stuff the rest around it. So you want to make sure your wire is kind of in the middle. So if you stuff one side and then stuff the other side, you kind of sandwich it in there.
The news record of the week. The newest record of the week. Yeah, we used to do that too. Used to see all the records on all the records on the wall of the store, and you said,
Yeah.
I want number, because they were all organized in which ones were the hit of
And
the
the
week.
jukeboxes.
Yeah. And I've got Sirius XM satellite radio, and on the 70s channel, I always listen to. They have the replay of the Casey Kasem shows.
Oh yeah.
The countdowns from the 70s, Casey Kasem. It's so cool to listen because it's the actual show from that time in the 70s.
I remember the first time we were in the car and you were listening to that. I'm like, I thought Casey Kasem was dead.
Yeah, no, it's so cool. I love listening to that every weekend.
So I'm just stuffing the
Yes, they are
sock.
just a pair of socks.
They're
Ronnie.
just they are a pair of children's knee socks, and I like the children's one because they make they make perfect size. You can use the adult ones. Where's the adult ones I have? I would just cut the actual foot part off. So you see, this is an adult one, but just from here to here is the perfect size. So I would cut this off and maybe just put an elastic, because it's going to end up going in the boot anyways. So you could put an elastic and just glue it and then stuff the top part. I wouldn't use this because it's not going to go in properly.
Yes, we did both grow up in Canada.
Yes, I grew up in Niagara Falls and Dave grew up in Cambridge.
Which used to be Gold.
Or
not
Galt.
changed, but anyway. I'm in a different spot, but we're both about the same distance from Toronto. About
Okay.
an hour.
So I'm just going to kind of roll this like a rolling pin and get this all. I can feel as I'm rolling any bare spots, so I can feel the wire in there. Just shove it down and then just kind of roll it.
Rolling.
So I will do a wreath with these legs sometime this week, because it is like my favorite wreath to do. The Elf Help Wanted. It's so cute. Like, it's so cute. I even done it. I've even done it with a Christmas tree. So the elf looks like he's stuck in the Christmas tree. That's really cute.
Oh, thank you, Barbara. I'm as smooth as Tennessee whiskey.
You're what?
Smooth as Tennessee whiskey. I don't know. Hold on.
You don't hear these kind of sayings.
But hold on. I said thank you. I don't know if it's a good thing.
Is that a
or
good
bad.
thing? Because he has no idea what that means.
I'm saying thank you very much. It might be a bad thing.
Wow, no, whiskey's pretty good, so you're pretty smooth.
It's a flower stem, Margie.
Yes, what I'm using is just a flower stem from some of the florals I used to use, and I keep them, shove them in my elf leg box. Yeah, no, it's not a box. It's a bag. It's got Merry Christmas all over it. But all my material and my socks and everything that I use, because like I said, I made a ton of these when I was making wreaths. Like, this was one of my most popular wreaths when I was doing them, because they are so different. And like I said, being in Canada, I couldn't get. It was really hard to buy the elf legs. You know, I would buy some from Craft Outlet and, you know, I'd get a ton of orders, and then Craft Outlet would be sold out, and then it's like, uh-oh, now what?
Okay, it's a good thing, so thank you, Barbara.
Okay.
It's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
So I figured, you know what, if I make my own, then I can't run out, right? Because I can just keep making more. Okay, so we got this stuffed. I'm going to roll it a little bit.
I'm gonna bring it up now and save it for after the live, and then
And I will post the PDF. It's not anything fancy. Like I said, I just printed out my little template on my computer or on my printer. So you don't need anything fancy. Okay, so I put an elastic at the top again. I'm just going to roll this down, and I'm going to glue the inside of this. So if the elastic does break, that's okay, because it'll be glued too. And like I said, if you're doing this and you're not sewing, use a really good glue. Somebody mentioned there's fabric glue or whatever. Hot glue, it works for me.
So Barbara, it's Chris Stapleton, but I see it's done by George Jones too. Which one's better?
Oh, what are you talking about?
Smooth as Tennessee whiskey. It's a song.
Oh,
You know.
no, I don't know.
What do you do now?
I do now. Okay, so we want to make sure our foot is facing that way. Yay, look how cute! So cute! Okay, so I'm going to stuff the
Does
toe.
it cost a lot for you to send to the States? Explain that one.
No, because we do all our shipping to the United States. Probably about 90% of our customers are from the United States. We do have a courier company that takes our packages daily over to USPS. And the cost is actually cheaper than it is if I would ship something in Canada. Go figure, huh? Yeah. If it costs $10 to ship it in the States, it costs about $20 in Canada because everything's more expensive. So when you guys think Canada has it so great, yeah, no. We don't have the greatest healthcare system, so don't let anybody fool you. I'm telling you. You know, when I was paralyzed, I needed an MRI, like ASAP, and I couldn't get in. I had to wait. They wanted me to wait for they said maybe over a week. And thank God my sister-in-law is a nurse practitioner. Said absolutely not. You're not waiting a week. She wrote a thing, got me an appointment over in the MRI clinic in the United States, and I was there the next day. And thank goodness, because if I had to wait, who knows if I would be able to walk today. So when you hear that Canada has great health care, no. We may have it, and it's not free. So don't let people fool you with that either. It's not free. We pay on our taxes. We pay at the end of the year a health care fee and all that stuff. So anyways, I'm done my rant there. I am not a fan of the healthcare system.
How big is your shoe?
My shoe.
I don't know why you asked how big your shoe is.
It ended up being, when I was finished, 8 inches long.
Now you lost all the Canadian viewers.
I know. No, the Canadian viewers agree with me. Especially when you need to have an MRI and you have to wait 3 months, they agree. So now I'm just stuffing the toe here. You just want to make sure that you have
that's
no...
a good song. I'm listening to Tennessee, smoothest Tennessee whiskey now.
Who sings it?
Chris Stapleton.
Who's that?
He's a country singer.
Oh, I don't know. I don't listen to country very much. I listen to Kenny Chesney. That's pretty much it. Okay. I had a little tiny hole there. So when you flip it over, you can see where there's holes and stuff. So I wouldn't sell these as like, oh, come buy my elf legs.
Why 8 months? What's that refer to? Does that refer to how long it was going to take to get the MRI?
Yes.
No, because that's just the way it is, Sandra. Believe me, it's.
They don't. You have to wait. Like it doesn't even matter how in dire straits you are.
Please tell me more about the healthcare there, because I heard your country has the best of all.
Oh,
So,
that's why everybody says that. And
everybody says it, and it's not that it's annoying because you don't know the difference, but when you experience it, it's
especially when you get really seriously ill, like I was. You really, you go to the ER and you're waiting 3 or 4 hours, whatever. But when it's like, if I had to wait, I probably wouldn't have been able to walk. They didn't care.
If it's something minor, like you got a flu, or you go in and you see the doctor, you walk out and you go, oh great, I didn't pay nothing. Yeah, then you think it's the great. But when it gets to something serious, and all you have to do is take a look at the well-to-do or the politicians or whatever. Whenever they have a health problem, the first thing they do is hop on a plane and go down to Florida or California or something else to get their health care taken care of. So that's what you got to watch.
So it's not the greatest. And when I did go paralyzed, Dave called the ambulance, obviously, because he couldn't get up or anything. And he said he could have got a pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza
So
faster than the ambulance came to us.
And they pulled into our complex, and they were driving like they were, I don't know, they're out for a drive. It was just crazy.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, I wait 12 hours to see a doctor and never get to see one. And
yeah, exactly. So it's not all cracked up what people say. So
usually when they rave about it and talk about how great it is, they're trying to sell you something. So it's
So I stuffed the rest of this foot around because this is going to be my front since this guy is going this way. So I got an elastic. I'm just going to put an elastic just down here just to hold it while I glue. They seem to be about the same size. And once you have it in the wreath, even if it's just one's a little bigger than the other, you can't tell when it's in the wreath anyways. Okay, and then I'm just going to go around and just glue around the outside here. Don't burn yourself. That's why I like to use the elastic. It'll hold it in place for me so I don't burn myself. You going back out to finish?
Yeah.
You got more clothes on this time?
I'm gonna knit something.
Is it working?
Kind of.
What are you making, a dungeon?
In case you people are wondering, she's talking to Lolly right now.
Lolly's
so
making a dungeon
don't
with
get
spray
confused.
paint.
My hands.
Even she's crafty.
I'm gonna have to get.
Yeah, that spray paint will not come off your hands. You should have got gloves on.
It won't.
No,
Why?
because spray paint won't come off your hands.
So then what am I gonna do? Have black hands?
Black hands. Black hands.
I don't believe.
Okay. She doesn't believe me. Okay. Then she's going to yell because it doesn't come off.
Thanks, Mary. What's the bow you're referring to? The bow I made at the convention or the bow I made home? I made 2 bows so far. I made 1,000 that I tore apart because I was getting so mad because the wire was pulling off and breaking everything else.
Yes, he was cussing away.
Oh, bye, Michelle. She's got to go deliver a wreath. Drive safely. Have a good day. Say goodbye to your friend.
Oh, Michelle. Oh, bye, Mish. Okay, and then this I just got from the end of a tree skirt that I wasn't using. So I'm just going to cut it and decorate it. You guys can decorate it with whatever you want. Just got to pull it apart.
You made that one quick.
Which one?
The one you're doing.
Well, the first one I couldn't. I had to remember what I was doing. I haven't made these in like a couple years now.
Because it's like I looked away and I looked back and you're almost done.
Yeah, I'm almost done.
Wow.
Well, when you're making a whole bunch at the same time, it really goes fast. So if you plan on making some of these and you want to make like more than one set, do it all at once because it does go a lot faster. And then you get your mess done
Your
and
number
over
one
with.
daughter's on here.
What? The one that just got a tattoo?
That's the one. Rubbing alcohol will remove the paint. Rinse well and apply lotion.
There you go, La. Somebody said try some rubbing alcohol. Okay, so this guy is going this way. I got to keep remembering which one's facing which. So this is my front. So I'm going to put...
Hello, everybody coming in. Welcome, welcome.
We're making some elf... Well, we're almost done making elf legs, so you can watch the replay, but...
Welcome, welcome.
These are no-sew wreath leg or elf legs because I cannot sew. And like I said, I wouldn't sell these as like, oh, look at my beautiful elf legs, buy some.
They're jacked.
But they're great for putting in a wreath that you're making. Because they're very cute, they're inexpensive, and if you get a whole bunch of orders, you don't have to worry about if they're out of stock because you made them yourself. That was the main thing. That was the main thing why I started making my own really fast wreath legs, or elf legs.
You can say, I made that.
Well,
That's why you do most of the things, though.
Yeah.
Everything always runs out of
everything
stock.
runs out of stock, or I can't get it, so I just make them myself.
Yeah.
And if you make it yourself, then you always have the stock. Plus, they're fun. Like, I would spend a whole day, well, you remember, I would spend a whole day just making elf legs all day long, watching a TV.
Yeah.
It was fun. And I did all kinds of colors. I didn't do just, like, green and red and white, but...
Oh, our viewership is going up again. Must be a whole new load of people that don't know anything about us.
Or maybe it's halftime at football.
I don't work. There's still some stuff.
Oh, I think we have a paint thinner will work. Okay. They almost look matching. We're getting there, hun. We're almost done.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
We're getting there. So now I've got this feather boa stuff that you can just get at Michael's. I think it's called Malibu Boa or something. And I just put it along the top here.
The cute new grandbaby is doing wonderful.
Whose grandbaby?
Mine.
Oh, your baby. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
You have one you don't know about?
No, I didn't. Thought maybe somebody else was talking about their grandbaby.
Oh, maybe they are. Oh, no. If you're talking to me, he's doing great.
We haven't seen him yet.
Yeah, I know.
That really sucks. All his kids live out of town.
Carol Lewis, first time watching. Do not judge us.
Yeah, don't judge us, Carol.
We really are nice people.
We teach good stuff.
Yes.
Don't listen to the other people in the audience because they're like frequent viewers.
Yeah.
And they'll tell stories.
We have visitors like Elvis and John Wayne. Stay tuned.
What?
Oh no.
Oh my God. Are you promising our people things you can't keep your promise?
Hey, I'll dress up
Are
as...
most of those people dead?
Yeah, honey.
They all are.
They all are.
Oh, another first timer. Thank you, Mary. It was pretty funny.
Please stop telling him that he's funny. Good God. He is not funny. We're almost done. They're cute.
They entertain us along with teaching us. Yeah, unfortunately we had to do without the studio audience today.
Yes, because his app drives me absolutely insane. Okay, I'm going to do my little poof at the end of his toe. So I just got a piece of this boa stuff. And I kind of just went around in a circle and made a poof. You can put pom-poms. You can do whatever you want. You can put bows on there.
Or you can flock them.
Nobody wants... You're going to flock your elf
If your
legs.
elf is upside down the wreath and it's snowing, then the tops of the boots are going to be flocked. and people are going to walk by and look at the wreath and they'll say, look at those elf legs. They're flocked.
Remember, there's new people on.
Oh, sorry, new people.
I think there's something wrong with us.
There is.
No, you're going to flock my horse.
I told you, I'm not flocking your work.
I'm not flocking it myself. It's too messy.
Kristen loves you, Mama dear. That's one good show.
Yeah, where is she?
Love the app. Would you like me to get the app out, Judy?
No, she would not. Okay. There's my poof. So I just got a piece of that feather stuff and I just kind of went around in a circle with some glue. I made a poof. You can make a pom-pom. I just didn't have the stuff here for a pom-pom. But I am going to put a
Thanks,
bell.
Barbara. They are not boring and she's a great teacher.
I'm going to put a bell and a poof on it. So I just took a little piece of the boa and kind of went around with the glue. And then I'm going to put it right at the top there. So I'm just gluing it. Now I'm going to put a bell on the end as well. But I will tie that on.
Somebody is asking what flock is. Oh, you're from the UK. Kaylee, flock is just like artificial snow decoration.
It's kind of what they put on like fake Christmas trees and
Yeah,
stuff.
if you go to any of the wreathers, go to Scott, Design with Scott. He done some flocking.
He done?
Michelle from Monkey's Creation just flocked the other day.
Look at that mess I made. Oh my goodness. I am like the worst crafter.
He is hilarious. Thank you, Deborah.
Why would you say that, Deborah?
It's
You
the
know.
first time watching too. She thinks
Oh.
I'm hilarious.
Yeah, you'll get used to him, Deborah. I lost my bell. I had one more bell. Oh. So I just got these, I don't know, 9-pack of bells. I think I got them from Dollar Tree. I don't even remember.
Okay, here's one for you, babe.
What?
Where are y'all from? I hear an accent.
What accent? We don't. They all have accents. We are from. Well, I'm from Niagara Falls, Canada.
Lynn Green, you can tell a lot about an elf by the size of its shoe. Lynn Green is the one that gave me the name Big Bo Daddy.
Big Bo Daddy. So I just put a wire. I'm just gonna put it through this bell.
And the shirt says Big Bo Daddy.
Oh, jeez.
No, I should get one that says, y'all love Big Bo Daddy.
So I don't know if you guys all heard that Scott called me the other day, and we are invited back to the next Crafters Convention again. Yay! I believe I heard rumors that it's going to be in June. So, if you didn't get to go this time, it is a lot of fun.
We want everybody out there.
It was a lot of fun. I wasn't sure about the whole thing, but I had so much fun.
I told my husband I wanted to flock a tree. He said, what? You know what? And at the next convention, we're bringing the Dave and Laurie show to the convention.
Oh, God.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, I think Dave gets to come up on stage. Everybody else at the convention was the only one that went up on stage by myself. Well, no, but the second day, Cindy and Linda went up on stage by themselves. But what are you going to stand there and just look pretty, though?
No, I'm going to entertain.
What are you going to entertain?
I don't want to entertain people now. They all love me. Why they come on here?
It's quite different than when you're staring at 500 people looking at you, though.
It'll be in Collinsville again.
Yeah, I think he's having it in Collinsville again, just to make sure, and then that's probably the next one after that. He'll have it abroad. Oh, right. Look!
Yes, I told you I'm going to get a t-shirt that says Big Bow Daddy, and I'll wear it to the convention, make more bows.
Look, all done.
See, and I don't even
Do-waka-do. So, that is... What do you guys think? Are they not the cutest? How long did it take me to do that?
I don't know.
Not long. But if you want to do a whole bunch of them, cut out all the feet first, and then put all that stuff away, because you can see I have a huge mess here. But and these I'm going to use in a wreath. I'm probably going to have them sticking out the top of the wreath. I'll bend his legs and stuff. So he looks like he's coming out of the top of the wreath. But yeah, that's it. Socks. Socks is the trick. Here, let me pull it up. That's me again. Yep. So,
Elf legs jamming. Yes, they are.
Yeah. They'd be jamming. They're so cute, eh?
He will clean up the mess.
No, he does not. I think he should.
You are a frequent viewer, aren't you, Mary?
He should clean up the mess, shouldn't he? Last night when did I do?
Do you have a link for the pattern?
I'll post the pattern. It's just a pattern I did on PowerPoint. So.
And as a matter of fact, I did clean up. I got the broom and I swept.
Well, look at all the mess you get to clean up today. Like, it's a mess. I have fluff everywhere. Yeah, they are really easy to make. Like I said, you can find some. I like the kids socks, so I think while I have a mess here, I'll probably make another set of black striped ones with maybe red shoes or something.
When I flock, are you going to clean up the mess from the flock?
No, you're flocking outside. And then you can use any material you have lying around. You could even use like a towel,
Kristen's awfully yattery. She's really trying to butter you up
I know.
before she shows you the tattoo.
Oh, Dave can cook dinner.
Pizza it is.
No, we had pizza last night. Pizza and wings.
Hey, listen, thumbs up if you all think that pizza is the world's most perfect food because it includes every food group. Where did you find the socks?
You know what? The socks I got on eBay, they were like $1 a pair. They're children's, I just typed in children's striped knee socks. And on eBay. And
Say no more.
This is what came up. They were like $1 something a pair. I believe they came from China because it took a while to come.
Yep.
But if you do go like to the Dollar Tree or whatever, you can get some really, really fun socks.
My people.
Hold on, I'm looking for them.
My people, all thumbs up
Can
for
you
the
be
pizza.
quiet?
No, they got thumbs up for the pizza.
Oh my god. How many people think he's annoying? Give me some hearts. Really.
Hey.
God. So this is an adult sock I found at Dollar Tree. Now it's a little bit longer than I would probably use. And then this foot part, you could stuff it and put it into the shoe, I guess, if you want. But if you just cut it off at the bottom here, and then use the top part, you could elastic the bottom and glue it, and then stuff it, and then use that. Oh my god! Stop it! I'm trying to talk, and you're being annoying. There, I just abused him. Then you just use the top part because you don't see this part once it's in the boot anyway. So you can use. There's some fun socks out there. He is not funny, people.
I'm watching you on here because there's a delay.
Oh, see, and look at all the hearts because you're annoying.
No, they're laughing because I'm funny.
Anyways, well, I'm gonna go. Look at me. I am a hot mess. Like I just really need to get my act together. I know I'm beautiful. Thank you, honey. But I need to get my act together. I gotta figure out what's going on with me. Anyways, guys, well,
Yes, she did.
I socked you, yeah. You guys have a great day. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm gonna enjoy watching Dave clean up the mess. And oh yeah, Lady never moves. She's my crafting pal. And yeah, so I will be doing a wreath with my legs sometime this week.
Makes it sound like you're gonna make a wreath with your feet.
I'm not making a wreath with my feet, but I'll use it with my elf legs. And yeah, you don't even have to have matching socks. That would be cool too.
That would be actually awesome, pretty awesome.
Yeah. Anyways, okay, guys, we're gonna go now and just chillax. I think a little bit. So thanks for joining us, and hope you guys have a great day.
Join us again. Bring the
$5.50 a pair. No, that's not what I paid.
We'll bring back the studio audience for the next live.
Oh God. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Have a great afternoon. Love y'all. Bye.